What up, guys? Welcome back to another episode today of the Road to Glory career mode. I'm recording this quite late, by the way, so the lighting isn't brilliant in here. It's quite dark outside as well, so I apologize in advance for that. But let's get into today's episode, and also let's show you how we've been getting on with Crew Alexandria. If you've missed any episodes in the series, I recommend you guys check it out. We are currently unbeaten, 10 points clear after 16 games have been played at the top of the Premier League table. I don't know how I'm doing this, guys. Honestly, the CPU sliders, this is what we're playing on. To be honest, I don't know how I'm able to do this. Like, I was expecting this to be quite tough, and somehow we've actually pulled it out the bag, and we're able to actually win games. But most importantly as well, it's kind of strange to see the fact that we still don't exactly have what I would consider a title-winning team, yet we still play relatively well with them. Maybe it's just, as I've said in the previous episode, that I'm quite good when it comes to playing with what I would say the underdog status. However, we are trying to get rid of a few players, Perry being one of them, alongside Dean Parrott as well. None of these guys will leave the club at the moment. I think it's because they're on too much money, and the likes of Morecambe can't match what they are currently on here at Crew. But when their contract ends anyway, they'll be leaving the club. So without further ado, we are going to get into today's episode and going to start off with a game against West Ham. After that, we'll take on Manchester United. There's literally 2 days separating the two. I don't fully understand that. Play it like, you know, on the Wednesday night, because there is no case in real life football where we'll be playing on the Saturday and then they're going on the Monday. So ideally, you'd want this one here on the Friday, or even the Thursday for that matter, and then on the Monday, or you move this to like Tuesday, because that's ridiculous. I'm not going to complain about it though. We have to just keep focused on the games at hand. 2 really tough games actually coming up right now, of course. West Ham first, they're going to be quite tough. And then we, as I said, follow it up with a game against Man United. But 3 more games to go and we'll reach the halfway stage of the season. And we should then know exactly how we stand moving into the last kind of part of the season. Nevertheless, we also have the January transfer window opening, although we don't have a lot of money to spend. So where are West Ham currently? They're 9th place. Manchester United in 11th, Newcastle and Ipswich and Brentford make up the bottom 3 at this time. We are 8 points clear of Liverpool, heading into game against West Ham. I do have half a mind on that Manchester United game, but now I'm thinking to myself, do we just play our strongest lineup and try and get the points against West Ham and then just hope for the best against Man United, or do I rest a few players here and then go for it all out against Man United? I mean, I'm in 2 minds. So, you know what? I honestly think that we just literally go with our best side. So Dominic Yoff comes back in for Riley. In fact, yeah, we'll do that. Let's go with the side that's been picking up as the points. Let's get into the game against West Ham, try and win that one, and then we'll try our best against Man United with whatever team we have to put out for that one. So, without further ado, we are about to get into game 1 here with the side, and that is how it looked. We'll check out the sliders, as I said. The moment, I still feel like this is challenging enough. I'm still having to work pretty hard to win games, and there's every chance that I'm going to get smashed in today's episode. But let's see what happens in Game 1 as we travel over to the London Stadium to take on West Ham United. Don't know if you guys as well, with FIFA being as dead as it is at the moment, you guys might know we play an Ultimate Team, but they have released some stuff, have EA, onto the Ultimate Team servers. Foot Birthday is here, and there are quite a few cards that are involved, and you can pick them up on SBCs. I've been looking at them, of course. I did have a Road to Glory going on the channel, but with me not being able to play Foot Champions, I think Road to Glories you have to play, and you have to be able to play Foot Champs. Otherwise, you don't get the same progression that you do with other ones, you know, so although I have my Road to Glory going, unfortunately, I haven't really been able to keep up with it, and that's why the video stopped. To be honest, since the last episode I made, I haven't really made too much, progress on it. And overall, we haven't really done that much. But nice to see that they're still releasing stuff, even if the game's kind of at the stage where people are getting a little bit frustrated and bored with it. That is a side that West Ham have got, and it's a decent one. Andre Silva up top as well. As I said, the sliders remaining the same. Can we still pull off the unthinkable and pick up another 3 points and continue our unbeaten run to 17 league games? What an achievement that would be. It's been a few days since we've been on this series, and so I've got to get used to it again, trying to play with the sliders. It's not exactly ideal, but nevertheless, Gomez, good little turn. Can he get a cross in towards the middle? Lovely turn again. Tries to cross it, and it's ended up being deflected through to West Ham United. Remember as well, we still got to try and do what we can with England, so that is what my mind is kind of focused on now, getting my team ready for when we eventually do take our first competition with England. And we will check out the objectives that we've set ourselves. with England when the first competition does come around. What is the touch there from Phillips? I do not know. But if you remember as well, we still have to win the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and there's still so much to do for us to actually achieve the full thing and I guess complete the series. So no way, shape or form are we anywhere near done yet. That's a nice pass, but Shibola does very, very well. We need to get into the game because thus far, not really done too much. Phillips again, driving forward. Kinsella laying it to Ben Brereton, the top scorer. 14 league goals for the campaign so far. Dominic Iorfa. Shibola! Great save by Trott. What a brilliant stop from the West Ham United goalkeeper. Few minutes something. I don't know what exactly he's complaining about, but that was a great one-handed save from the goalkeeper there. Tidinai's the opening goal. Came from Shibola, of all people, with his effort being saved. But honestly, I don't know what Trott was so, I guess, frustrated about. I mean, yes, defensively they weren't great, but still, you know, there was no need for that kind of reaction from him. Nevertheless, West Ham still in the game. Again, what can I do with this, though? He's got Brereton on the edge of the area. Good turn from Brereton. Brereton! And there it is! Crew Alexandra 1, West Ham United 0. It's the 14th goal scorer, or sorry, now 15th goal of his campaign, Brent Brereton. And right on the stroke of half-time, as if we knew it was going to happen, he turned his man there. I tell you what, if that had been Reed, it would have been West Ham away with that one, because Reed has had a phenomenal game so far. But he just couldn't do enough there to put off the top scorer. And Ben Brereton, the kind of form he's in, he's going to finish those off. So 1-0 to Crew. We take the lead here. And that is a phenomenal strike from our top scorer. Right on the stroke of half-time when you want it to happen as well. That should take us into the half-time whistle. There it is. Tell you what, it's been a comfortable half so far for us. We have, I'd say, been the better side. But West Ham do look dangerous down the wings. So we will have to watch out for that in the second half. Come on, boys. We need to find his second. Gomez, Brereton. Reed again is there. I'm telling you, if he'd have been there for Brereton's first and opening goal, we'd have struggled to put it in. But Reed is by far West Ham United's best player on this pitch currently, stopping me from finding another one. Brereton out wide to Nelson. Nelson waits for the support of Dominic Iorfa, which he's got here from the fullback. Iorfa, there's no real cross on in towards the middle, but he still finds Gomez, back post. And to be honest, I never expected that to be a chance, but it was a pretty good one. Gomez didn't get his header correct, though, and it's still only 1-0 to us. Tell you what, again, my fullback's getting rinsed by that ball over the top, and that's a great ball across! I said there'd be a chance, and Michail Antonio very nearly put West Ham United back in this game. But for the post, it would have been 1-1 here at the London Stadium, and it would have been game on for the final few minutes. Lifeline for us here. Defensively, again, though, that ball over the top to their wing. They are doing some good stuff, West Ham, to try and score. That was the first real chance that threatened our goal. And we very, very nearly conceded. Getting away with one there. We have to be careful. Shibola, that's not what we wanted to do. Giving away Andre Silva. Antonio. Andre Silva, though. Oxford defends pretty well. Boy, oh boy, this game is not over by any stretch of the imagination just yet. We still have to defend. Nevertheless, we're on the attack now. Here is Brereton on the ball. Still got Winston Reid in front of him, though. And again, what do I do? Oh, he's found Phillips. Phillips towards Hakeeb. Hakeeb off the woodwork now for us. Oh, man, it's woodwork central in the game. We could have had a second there, but for the post denying us as well. I guess it's even. How is that not my throw-in? I swear that was West Ham winning it back off Dominic Iorfa and out from my throw-in. Anyways, Iorfa wins the header, so we're still on the front foot. Nelson, Hakeeb, with the space, takes the touch. It's still Hakeeb. It's still Hakeeb, and the pass is behind Phil Kinsella. That's poor. The problem is, I haven't made any substitutions, and we play Man United in a day. I should have probably thought about that and made a couple of changes to players that I want to play in that game. Kinsella, we've into the 90th minute now. 2 additional minutes played by the referee. Here is still Kinsella, finding Brereton. Brereton getting away from his man into the area, and he can't shoot because Phil Jones stood there. Took the ball off him, but that's the end of the game. A 1-0 victory for the away side. Unbeaten run continues. Without sounding harsh, West Ham really didn't test us that much, but they did have that chance very late on with Reece Oxford. Oh, sorry, no, not Reece Oxford. What am I talking about? Oxford against his former club with Michail Antonio where he hit the post. This is it, of course. That ball again across the field of play really, really, really causing us danger. We then did hit the post, though, 5 minutes later or so with Hakeeb. So, yeah, it evens it out. Come away with the 3 points, so 1-0 victory. And now we have a tough test against Man United. We have a day to, I guess, get back our fitness. But I don't think we'll be able to play the same starting 11 that we played just there. I think there's going to have to be quite a few changes to this. So I'll be back in a moment once I've chosen the team that we have available to us. As expected. Oh, this is going to be bad. I don't know what to do because we have this game right now, and I think it would actually be easier to just go to the second team and change it based on that. Because the players are, the players are just so tired that this is going to be bad. I now have a decision to make. I could start Brighton, our top scorer, or I could just not risk him and bring him off the bench. It's going to have to pretty much be a rotation side. But the question is, how is that going to fare if we don't have our top scorer in up front? Gamero and Cole. I suppose it's similar in the fact that Cole is as fast as Brighton. Not quite got the finishing aspect there, though. So if we need him to finish off chances, he might struggle. But you know what? We're going to have to do it, I'm afraid. And I think that's probably going to be the best case scenario. I guess I could start Martin. We could also do that. If I start him in centre midfield, though, we do lack the defending. We already have a Costa as well to create the chances. Okay, let's start Martin instead of Lemire and Mia. We'll go with that. Let's run with that. I don't really have too much of a choice right now with the fact that our players are so unfit. As I said, it's ridiculous we're having to play this game 2 days later. And I'm sure if I come away with a defeat here, that's what I'll be blaming the fact that we lost our unbeaten run on. The fact that we're having to play this game with only a day's rest. But it's football. I'll have to stop complaining about it and just go straight back to it after that. We have the game against Man United to come at home. Home advantage. Hopefully we'll be able to push us over the edge and get us the victory that we need. We are doing really well at the moment, though. I would definitely take, at this point, a top 4 place. Considering the fact that we're in there, I don't see a reason why we can't do that. We're top of the table by, like, 9 points or something crazy like that. So, I mean, what do I do, guys? Because I've already played with the sliders, and I do think that I'm still, you know, not exactly demolishing teams like I was before. But, like, at the same time, I know Crew probably, after being promoted, shouldn't be top of the table the way we are. But maybe we'll have, like, a second half of the season blip in form. We could also have that. I actually want to see what kind of side Man United have got, so I'm going to do it right now. Because if it's not as good as I first thought, we might be able to get something out of the game. That isn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I don't understand this game. Why do all the big teams have so much money, and yet the team that they put out against you is always pretty weak? Like, Manolas and Smalling are decent, but like Regan, Paul and Casemiro in midfield, I mean, they've got Lukaku still. They've got so many good players that they're just not using. Maybe they had a situation where they're having to rest some of their players as well. That could be it. But let's get into game here. We are at home with this one. Hoping to have that home advantage carry us through to a victory. We are still unbeaten. It's on the line here, though, against Man United. And that just shows you possibly why I shouldn't have started Martin. Because one pass into the game, he's already kicked it out of play. Not ideal. Flint. Akib. Gamero. Cole. We know that Gamero at the moment isn't in the greatest form in the world, so he needs something to go his way here. This might be it. Kevin Gamero! Straight in the hands of David De Gea. First chance falling Crew's way. As I said, the form for Gamero at the moment is hit and miss. We do want him to improve in that front. Evans has got Cole making a great run. Here is Devante Cole. Has he dinked the keeper? It is off the woodwork. Oh my goodness me. What an effort from Devante Cole. He was so close to giving us the lead against Manchester United. I don't think he realised how close that was. Acosta now is in. His strike is straight at De Gea as well. Oh my goodness me. A little bit lower and that was 1-0. What an effort from Devante Cole. Credit where it's due. That was brilliant. Wilson, Mkhitaryan, goes down in the area. Nothing given by the referee. I was going to say, that's not really a penalty kick. He's looking for it, in my opinion. Acosta, Evans, Cole. This is good movement from Devante Cole. He's in behind, looking for 1-0. Cole saved De Gea. And Martin can't get onto the rebound. As soon as we look to potentially maybe get away with one up our end, we turn it into an attack instantly. We do that pretty well, actually. We're so quick on the break that Man United have struggled a little bit today. We're defending against this pretty easily, though, I have to say. Wilson and Mkhitaryan, Not causing me much danger up the other end for Man United, but we still have to remain focused because we're not done yet. We still have a little bit to go in the game. Evans and Riley linking up quite well here. The fullback is a long way up. Has he got a good enough delivery? That's the question. Manolas gets there. It's corner ball. Come on, boys. We're putting the pressure on them. We just need to find this goal. Got to say, we are now struggling to keep this Man United team at bay. Luckily, they just gave that pass away. Honestly, the last few minutes have been United hounding on my box here. Somehow we've got the other end. Gamero trying to find Akib. Not quite with a pass. Gamero's had a shocker again today. He hasn't done what I thought he was going to do since we signed him. And that's really... Oh, Robinson's left his man. 90th minute. Not like this. Robinson does well. As I said, though, Gamero, honestly, hasn't done what I expected from him since his signing from Atletico Madrid. Akib, give it away. Last chance to play in Brighton. Can't do it. We do get the unbeaten run to continue, but it is only with a 0-0 draw. I mean, Man United didn't even have a shot on our goal. To be honest, the last 10 minutes, I couldn't get out of my half. They kept me in it. They just never really actually shot. That was their problem. I think if they'd have had a strike, they might have scored it. There was times when I looked a little bit worried, but ultimately we get the draw there. And our unbeaten run continues. We are 10 points clear at the top of Everton. I might have to up these sliders even more and make it more tough on us, but... Brighton, the next opponents. What again is with the Saturday, Monday? This is ridiculous. There is no chance that this would ever happen. None. At least not two in the Premier League on those days. Just looking through our scout reports back, and we've got this young man, Harvey Collins. Potential of 70 to 94, so of course we're going to sign him to our youth academy. I'll show you that as well, actually. How our youth academy currently looks. So we've got a few players in here, none of them really that are going to be unbelievable, I don't think. But nevertheless, we've got Philip Kennedy in there and a young Irish Cam. We have Callum Davis as a right midfielder with potential of 72 to 84. In there, we have Oliver Ward as well. Potential of 75 to 89. I'm actually going to promote to the senior team here for Ollie Ward. And we actually have Harvey Collins that I've just done in there. And he actually is a striker. So... not too bad. We're going to have to wait and see what he has for his weak foot and skill moves. And if it's good, then we'll go ahead and massively train him. But a few players that look like they might be leaving the club. Hill being one of them. I've got to go ahead and, I think, transfer list them. Unfortunately, it looks like Hill will be heading out of the club. His contract is expiring in 6 months, though. And so I do want to get a bit of money for him. So I'm going to try and delegate the renewal here. See, yeah, okay. So that's easy enough. So he's on 22k a week, but that's not that bad. I want to get some money for him. I don't want him leaving for free. The other one was Eastwood. There he is. He's not really done it for us, has he? So it looks like he will be leaving the club. We've got Brighton, though, in this game right now. So we're going to go ahead. Hang on. When did that happen? Hello? When did training injury? For a second, I genuinely was worried. 7 days, okay. Not as bad as it could have been. He's going to miss the game against Brighton, but all things considered, not terrible. And I'm actually not even going to play Gamero. I'm going to give Cole the nod because, as I said, Gamero at the moment is struggling for that form that I was hoping he was going to bring to us. Doesn't really do that much in games. I just feel like he gets a little bit lost sometimes and doesn't make the right decisions. So we're going to play Cole over him. This is now our 19th league game. We'll be at the halfway point of the season after this one is played right here. And we will know exactly how crew will fare at the halfway point once this game has ended. Please don't be the game that we lose our unbeaten run. I have a knack of doing this. I've done it in a few series in FIFA 18. I get to the 19th game and I lose the unbeaten run here. So I'm hoping this won't be a recurring theme. Let's see anyways what happens when we get this game underway. Brighton and Hove Albion against Crew Alexandra at the AMEX. Come on, boys. Don't let me down. That's the side that they have, Brighton. Proper still there. Pascal Gross as well. Dunk Kera. Not a bad side, actually. Holgate's there. Still Matthew Ryan. No Anthony Knockout, though, who was, of course, instrumental in them getting promoted. That was quite a few years ago now in game, though, so he probably isn't the same player that he was then, and he's probably quite old now and probably not as good as he probably was. But we are underway here at the AMEX Stadium, as I said, just looking to try and get this game over with, get us to the halfway point, see where we're at, and then make our decisions for how we feel the season is going from there. No Ben Brereton in the side, as you saw from today, so it is Devante Cole, the nod ahead of him, alongside Michael Kinsella. We'll see if we can score goals with these two in the side. Gomez. Kinsella. Phillips. Back towards Kinsella. Kinsella. Cole now on the ball. Devante Cole. Good turn, but it sent him a bit wide. That's poor. Gomez. Michael Kinsella. Running through. Into the area he goes. Still Michael Kinsella. And he's somehow still got the ball. I don't quite know how. Shibola. Lovely into Gomez. Gomez towards the back post. Nelson looking. And Luna will be there to nod that one out of play. We are going to go short from this one. Kinsella, I don't know why he's the one putting the cross in. Nevertheless, it's there. Oxford Ryan makes a phenomenal save. Oh, my goodness me. What a save from the Brighton. Oh, what am I doing? The Brighton goalkeeper, that was sensational. I've just made a mistake twice in a row and given it straight back to them. What a stop that is from Matthew Ryan. Nelson. Here is Devante Cole. Cole running through. Still Cole. His strike at Ryan. It's going to be saved. And Nelson can't put in the rebound. Why did he take the touch? I do not know. Do you know what I like about our side as well? We have a lot of players that, you know, we don't overuse players. I suppose you can say we did in the form of Brighton, maybe Gomez and, you know, people like that. But, like, you know, we look at this side. We have a lot of players here that maybe people haven't tried out before. A brand new goalkeeper that nobody can try out because he's from our youth academy. We've got Dominic Yorfer at the back. We have, of course, Conser partnering him. Flint, for that matter. And, of course, we do swap him out for Oxford. But we've got a lot of variety. Shibola, as well, has been the pick of the bunch for me. I'm so glad we signed Shibola because he has been a beast for us since joining from Aston Villa. Can't tell you that enough. He is so, so good. And, yeah, I'm happy we've got him in the side. Would have been better if we could have, like, an English fullback, you know, instead of Jose Gaia. But Gaia is still phenomenal anyways. And it means that, of course, if we did have another English one, we could throw him straight into the England setup because fullbacks-wise, it doesn't really matter if you have like an 84 rated one or a 78 one. You don't really feel too much of a difference. Shibola, good link-up play. Kinsella's not going to reach that, unfortunately. But yeah, still a long way from having the dream side that I want, especially from the England setup. But we are getting there. Uh-oh. Calls is in, and it's an unbelievable finish from the Brighton and Hove Albion forward. Oh, that's not the way I wanted this to go. As I said, it's the 19th game curse, I'm telling you. Every time I get to the 19th game and we're still unbeaten, I always seem to lose it in this game. I've done it twice on the My Player series. Doing it here again. That is a brilliant strike. I have to take my hat off to him. Calls there with a phenomenal left-footed finish. We could have been in the lead if Ryan hadn't made a brilliant save earlier on. And Brighton have really made us pay. That's their first chance. I fell asleep defensively. You can't do that. And unfortunately, we are a goal down. Left with it all to do at the AMEX Stadium. Showing us that we are not as invincible as we first maybe thought. Kinsella, good turn. Into a good position. He looks for an instant reply. And his strike is not good at all. And that goes out of play. Approaching half-time. This is not a position we're used to being in here at Crewe. Especially not this season. But we are going to have to come from a goal down if we want to get something out of this game. Going to make up for a very interesting second half, I think. And as you saw, it's going to need a big second half for us to get back in this one, especially to get something out of it. Shibola, this might be a good start to it. Never mind, Cole gives it away. We have to be careful not to concede another one here, because normally what happens is we concede one, we capitulate, and we end up conceding 2 or 3. I don't want that to happen here today. If we are to lose this one, I want it to be by just a single goal, not by 2 or 3. I don't want us to fall apart. Nelson going down the right. We need Kinsella in the box. Come on. We need something to go our way. Nelson's cross looking towards the middle. Gomez! Again, he keeps popping up in these areas to win these headers, but unfortunately, that one is not going to beat Matthew Ryan. And here come Brighton again. Pascal Gross looking through for his man. Hopefully Conte gets that. Yes, he does. Calls winning the header, and he's got a 1-2 played. Looks towards the back post. Dominic Yorfer needs to win that. He does, but it's come straight to Ince. Ince, his strike! And Green, it's an easy save in the end. Could have been much worse for us. Again, we've got to do better defensively than that. We can't allow them to have that kind of chance. We certainly have to improve in that front. And Nelson here looking to get on the front foot for us. Kinsella backwards to Shibola. Shibola to Gaia. Gaia towards Gomez. Gomez, come on, look for the reply, boys. Gomez in towards Devante Cole. Cole's turn. Cole strike. And it's 1-1. Devante Cole in the side today. In for the injured Ben Brereton. We could have gone with Gamero. We decided we wouldn't do that, and it is going to be Devante Cole with the equaliser against Brighton and Hove Albion here at the AMEX Stadium. And I tell you what, that is a great strike from Devante Cole. We matched the opener from Brighton with another good effort. Got to be honest, I don't know if that was meant from Gomez towards Devante Cole. I'm sure I was meaning that for Kinsella. But it worked out in the end, and we can't really complain. Matthew Ryan has had a good game so far, but that is what beats him, and it is now 1-1 in the game. Could have easily been 2-0 down, but luckily we're back in it. And I did say we needed a big second half if we wanted something. And we're not used to being a goal down, but we certainly brought it back regardless. Pascal Gross now losing out to Shibola, and the momentum has switched to Crew. Come on, boys. Cole, Nelson. This might be another chance here. Reece Nelson. Matthew Ryan comes out and does well. And now here's Phillips. Ryan, mistake at the back. No way. Oh my goodness me. Crew have taken a second goal. What on earth just happened there? I am stunned. Oh, that... Oh no. If you're a Brighton fan, you would be fuming. The ball's in the middle. Phillips tries to win the challenge. And between Ryan and Dunk, they've somehow managed to put it in their own net. I say all the time on this channel that if you want to be champions, you have to get that little bit of luck. And that is what I would call championship winning luck. That is unbelievable the way we've just taken the lead in this game. We don't deserve to be winning the game 2-1 that way. But I'm not going to complain because it does mean that we are 2-1 up in the game. Sensational. Pedro Roca. Now giving the ball out wide to Pascal Gross. Gross is crossed and that's free header. Calls back post. Off the woodwork and we're still in the lead. Oh, we are riding our luck today. My goodness me. Calls completely unmarked. Very nearly put Brighton back in this game. We are riding our luck so far. Cole towards Kinsella. Can he get on the end of that pass? Yes, he can. Kinsella. Ryan makes the save. Cole has skied the rebound. Oh, it could have been 3. What a game here at the AMEX Stadium. Brighton are really putting up a fight here. Credit to them. Cole should have just scored that to put us out of reach though. But, oh my goodness me. This game has been a sensational game to play. And I tell you what. This game is as open as I would have expected it to be. Sensational stuff from both sides. And Brighton on another day could have been winning this one. Uh-oh. No way. Cools is in again. It's 2-2. Tell you what, Cools has played unbelievably cool today. Nah, I'm just going to... Never mind. But yeah, what can I do? He's had a great game here as the Brighton... I'm going to assume midfielder because he's playing out in the wing. But then again, he keeps popping up in the striking role. So I actually don't know. But it's 2-2 here at the Amex. He hit the woodwork moments before this. And we can't keep him out. He makes an unbelievable finish, actually, to his credit. Beating Green. 8 minutes remain of normal time. It is Brighton 2, Crew Alexandra 2. And this game is not over and done with yet. Here is Cools again on the left-hand side for Brighton. This time Dominic Iorfa does win it back for us. He's got Reece Nelson on the run. Here is Reece Nelson. Come on, boys. We need to give him some support. Cole, Kinsella making a run through the middle. Kinsella looking to win that proper. Puts it into Rose Ed. And we have 2 minutes remaining of the 90 minutes here. Shibola, I think. Oh, no. Oxford is going to be booked. I knew it was number 3. I just didn't know which one it was. 13 or 23. Nelson. In towards Phillips. Phillips, he's got a good foot on him to be able to shoot. Can't get the space at the moment. Yes, he can now. Phillips, his effort. Straight to the hands of Ryan. As he looks to get the game back on the way very quickly here. It's Ron in the middle. This might be the last minute chance. Never mind. Brighton give it away. Gaia towards Hakeem. Ref, don't blow your whistle. Come on. Keep the game going. No, ref. We had another chance. I'm not going to complain, though. Because Brighton did play like they could have won this game. And I'm sure their fans will be very disappointed with the fact they've only got a point here because they were sensational. Dion Cools, with what I would consider to be a man-of-the-match-esque performance. Daniel Sturridge did come on. He's a midfielder, but he kept playing like he was up front. Caleri picks up man of the match. I'd argue that it should have been Cools. For us, though, Devante Cole was our best player on the pitch. Not too bad when you consider the fact he was filling some big boots in the form of Ben Brereton. On the score sheet today, alongside a Dunk own goal as we pick up a single point. But I've stopped the curse. 19 games unbeaten. Halfway point of the season. And we are still at the top of the table, not losing a game just yet. Spurs beating Chelsea, Arsenal winning as well. You can see the results there, how they all fared and stuff. But yeah, man, that was good stuff. And as you can see, we're 8 points clear of second placed Everton. Got a bit of training to do, actually. I know for a fact that I was supposed to do something with Evans, but I can't remember what it was. Shot power. That was it. I now remember. Shot power. So I'm going to take off Martin from the finishing role. We're going to give Evans the other spot here because I want him to, of course, become a beast. He's English as well. We want him to do that. So we're going to give him the finishing one and improve his shot power. He's becoming a pretty good set-piece taker, though, is Evans. He's got 80 free kick accuracy, 95 long shots now. Good stuff. Okay, then, guys, that is how we're going to end today's episode anyways. As you can see, the budget we've got is not massive, so if you wanted me to sign a few players, I might not be able to do too much unless we sell a couple of players as well. I am going to relook over the objectives that we set ourselves for the England setup because we are getting quite a way into the series, and, of course, we might get to a situation where we won't have 90% of the England team playing for Crew Alexandra, so that might be something I have to change. Of course, the road to glory, though, we could still try and achieve glory with England no matter what, even if that is not with a full side from Crew. As long as we have quite a few players that are partaking in the England setup, I think that's all right myself. But as I said, we don't have too much money, but leave me some suggestions of players you want to see join us here at Crew. I am going to also try and bring in maybe a few more non-English players to keep it spiced up and stuff. Top scorers, though, Ben Brereton still at the top of the list. Gamera with the highest assists, actually. I'm talking like he's not doing anything, and yet he's at the top of the assist charts. Green with 13 clean sheets. I tell you what, I don't know what it is, but I'm feeling confident the way we're playing at the moment that we can continue this. Tables-wise, there it is for you all to look at. 13 wins, 6 draws, 0 defeats. Oh, my goodness me. So we're doing pretty well. I'm going to, before we go, show you the sliders again. Now, because we are 19 games in, and we're doing okay, if you feel like there's anything that I should change and you feel that it make it harder, leave me a comment. Right now, that's the sliders we're playing. Shot error at 40, pass error to 25. Shot speed, I'm keeping the same because I don't want them to just be smashing it in 24/7. Pass speed at 65. We have the goalkeeper ability at 70, the marking at 65. In fact, let's move the marking up to 70. Run frequency at 70, the first touch control down at 25 as well. So yeah, if you feel like you want me to change any more sliders on the AI side, just let me know. Of course, my side stays exactly the same as always, and that is how it goes. Just to let you know, pre-warning as well, guys, I do have a couple of important meetings and exams coming up in the next couple of weeks and days. So if there's a day where I don't upload a video or something like that, it's not because like I intended to do that. It's because I do have some important stuff coming up that A, I need to revise for, and B, I need to sort out. So if there's ever a day where I don't upload, just know that I apologize or I am sorry for that. But I'll try and make it up to you further on with like double uploads and stuff like that to make it up. But yeah, I know I've got a couple of weeks now where it's going to be a little bit hectic in terms of me trying to revise for stuff, having a few meetings with certain things and stuff like that. But just, yeah, I guess just pre-warning anyways. But I want to thank you all so much for all of your support. As always, you guys are incredible for everything you do for me in the channel. I really do appreciate it. I know FIFA's not as enjoyable as it was previously. You know, we are quite a way into the game. But thank you to all of you who stick around and still watch these videos and enjoy the content that I'm putting out there. As always, I am really, really, really behind on that 20k subscriber special. We'll probably get closer to 25k by the time I get around to doing it. It was supposed to be a setup tour. The reason it hasn't come out yet is because I tried to record it with my phone and the camera just wasn't phenomenal. So I'm trying to work out whether or not I should just go out and get myself a proper camera to be able to do it with and then potentially vlog in the future with that. Or if I just want to suck it up and use the camera on my phone and do it that way. So, yeah, bit of a decision to make, I guess you can say. Regardless, though, I'll see you all for the next episode of this series very soon in the near future, where we'll continue this with Crew Alexandra, maybe make a few signings in the next episode, and also maybe lose our first game in the next episode. But yeah, that's it from me for today. Catch you all again soon, guys. Adios!